Alright, time for another video. Let's talk about Ferrari a bit. Now you see, an interesting thing has happened at Ferrari ever since Leclerc got to break his duck at Monaco. Interesting thing has happened at Ferrari in that they've fallen right off. They've fallen right off. Might as well have fallen off a cliff. Alright, only Sainz seems to have recovered some pace in Austria. And even that has some caveats around it, quite frankly. But what exactly is going on there? It's funny. You go to the comment section of the F1 channel at some point. When was that? Sprint qualifying for Austria? I went to the comment section on a whim, right? Thought to myself, let me see what's being said here. There's a comment there. It was top voted at the time. I'm not sure if it still is. But there was a comment there saying Ferrari used all their luck in Monaco, breaking Leclerc's duck. Now, it might be funny, haha, to the people or a meme or all of that, but really, that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened verbatim. Aleister Crowley did a few things for these people. He helped them understand that luck is a currency. It is a currency. You can bank it. But, well, when you make a withdrawal on all that luck, doing whatever sorts of hijinks to get over any sort of specific line, meet any sort of specific objective, well, you have to pay it back. And Ferrari have been paying it back, and, well, who knows? Sainz's portion of that debt might have been paid back by now. But not with Charlie Leclerc just yet. I don't know what. Do you see the race Charlie Leclerc had in Austria? I don't know what people would chalk that up to. Right? It looks really goofy to me. It looks really goofy. It looks quite frankly that Ferrari are having to pay back whoever it was that made that Monaco result for them. And I called it in Monaco that a few things were out of whack and that Sainz should have been shuffled down the grid on that restart. Didn't happen. That didn't happen. And that not happening, of course, added a variable to McLaren's race. And so they weren't able to attack Charlie Leclerc as they probably should have been able to off the back of the restart. Because Sainz got puncture, he drove straight at, what was that? Casino Square? Yeah, he drove straight at Casino Square. So he was supposed to be at the back of the grid for the restart. All the cars had gone through the first timing sector, even Carlos Sainz had gone through the first timing sector by the time the red flag was called. It would be very funny to me if the official word was that, well, because Guan Yu Zhou hadn't gone through the first timing sector by the time the red flag was called, oh, we're just going to restart, we're just going to reset the whole grid. And any positions gained or lost are back to square one. I mean, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. You're bending some rules over there to get that over the line. But anytime you bend rules, anytime you bank on this luck like that, you got to pay it back eventually. And Ferrari have been paying it back in all these Grand Prix since Monaco. It'll be very interesting to see how Sainz does this weekend relative to Charlie Leclerc. Why is that? Well, because it's not that Charlie Leclerc is bad or Charlie Leclerc's seat is up for grabs in any sort of fashion. It's just that I want to see when exactly. I kind of want to get a feel for how expensive buying this win for Charlie Leclerc in Monaco was. Evidently, it had a cost. Charlie Leclerc is still paying back that cost. How long does he have to pay back that cost? Who knows? How much debt is he in with the luck? With the luck bank? The bank of luck? Who knows? Who knows? Only Ferrari know. Only FOM know. But here we are, going from Grand Prix to Grand Prix. There's going to be various memes written about Charlie Leclerc, no doubt, at some point. There already have been. But there's going to be a few more memes if it continues for longer. If it continues for the season, if it continues for the whole season, I don't really know. It can't really. It's not feasible for it to continue for the whole season, but it just might. Because this is something of uncharted territory for the Ferrari. Funny enough, they had to pay this one back immediately. Or perhaps they didn't and they just decided it was a good time to pay it back. But these things always have to be paid back. And there's various parties. Your Red Bull, for instance. Your Fraudstappen, for instance. You are going to have to pay back what they owe, metaphysically. And I've been saying this for yonks and yonks. And it's, the clip is loading. Quite frankly, the clip is loading. Because really, there is no reason for that Ferrari to have dropped off so dramatically. People might say something about upgrades this way or that way. Oh, they stepped in correctly on the upgrades. And really, it doesn't wash anymore. Chat like that just doesn't wash anymore. That's a very surface level analysis. And it doesn't account for when science has been good. I mean, heck, science been on it since the start of the season for various reasons. So we know the car isn't bad. He's won a Grand Prix already. Come on. We know the car isn't bad. We know the car isn't bad. We know Charlie Leclerc isn't bad. So what exactly is happening there? Well, maybe we'll find out in a book someday. But maybe it ends this weekend for Charlie Leclerc just as well. Maybe maybe this weekend is the weekend that he has paid back his debt to the Bank of Luck. But we'll have to see what happens. We'll just have to see what happens in this one. But it's very clear what is happening right now. But anyway, that should be the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Peace.